We're speaking to Professor Kwabena Frimpong-Boateng, celebrated cardiothoracic surgeon, politician before. I'm not even sure if he's a politician anymore. You're no longer a politician.
We are all politicians. I mean, everybody's a politician. But
well, at least you ran for president. At least you did.
Not because I wanted to be president. People run.
I know you had ideas you wanted to implement.
We're in a different country by now.
Really?
And look at South Korea. When we started CSIR, they were like us. They were importing textiles, plywood, and wigs. The three main exports, 1960s. Then they went into one product alone, LCD. Has changed them. And we are here. Look, when Nkrumah started the shoe factory in 1960-61, he was ahead of Nike. Nike started producing shoes in 1964. Can you imagine how far we've led things? Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. Nkrumah imported a 2 megawatt reactor from Russia to power the research plant. It didn't come. But the North Koreans used the same technology. They had the same technology. Look at what you've done with us. And we, the British bought for us location, a machine tool center and second D to service the railway system. It was the same technology that they had at that time, and the British improved theirs and used that same technology to produce fighter planes for the Second World War. And we have sat down, everything is gone. I mean, this is a country of missed opportunities. And we are not doing well. I mean, this vision, this is what President Rawlings said. Vision 2020, which was presented to Parliament by President Rawlings. Firstly, the only means by which the country's resources can be used effectively to achieve rapid economic growth while maintaining the integrity of the environment hinges on the integration of science, technology in all programs. This is what President Rawlings said. And this is no different from what Nkrumah said.
So you seem to like the two of them a lot, Nkrumah and Rawlings.
No, of course, not like them, but they had. Nkrumah had good programs. Look,
don't forget that both men had the longest time of all our presidents.
No, it was Rawlings who had the longest time.
Yes, I'm saying both. If you compare everybody, Nkrumah, if you look at when he became prime minister.
But Nkrumah, in the short time, was able to do a lot. Rawlings was not like Nkrumah. He was a young man. He loved Ghana. He wanted to improve things, but he lacked the education, the experience, and the knowledge. And he relied on people who preferred to chase their perceived or real enemies. They let Rawlings down.
How do you think the Galamsey fight is going? You wrote about this in 2021 when...
I don't want to talk about Galamsey because, you see, the NPP loved it. No, the NDC loved it. And they went, NPP came and they loved it. NDC has come and they love it. So, and the two NDC and NPP, they are from the same parents as far as Galamsey is concerned. So...
They have the same parent?
Yes.
When it comes to Galamsey. So you don't see any difference between how NDC is dealing with it from how NPP
No.
At all?
No. In some areas, it's been getting worse. The impunity is still there. My brother, the lance minister, will go to his district.
Kofi
Boa. I have relatives there.
Elembele.
I have relatives there.
And what are they telling you?
Terrible. One of the worst areas in Ghana. We didn't fear them.
Wow.
I'm saying this because I have relatives there.
But the noise about Galamsey has reduced.
Yes, because the NPP has no moral courage to criticize anything. They did worse things. And the NDC too will not criticize themselves. We were criticizing our party and our people for doing the wrong thing. But NDC will not do that. They will keep quiet and enjoy it. Some people maybe depend upon Galamsey to provide their war chest in some maybe ministers, MPs. So they are quiet. They are just getting money for the next elections. And if you are enjoying it, why should they fight it?
The economy has been stabilized Some people think that some of that has had to do with gold, because the exports of gold have gone up. The setting up of the gold board has increased the harvesting of gold proceeds. Some of that money has been used to support the Ghana cedi.
Yeah.
I don't know what you make of that whole...
Yeah, it appears good, but not for exporters, you know. Exporters, and also for the environment. I mean, you cannot... let me say one thing. It is good that Ghana is taking steps to take charge of the gold industry. That is good, but it should not be done at the expense of the environment. And the gold board is getting its gold from small-scale miners and so on, not from the large-scale miners. And a lot of the small-scale miners are Galamsey operators. So that's where we have to be very careful that we do not...
They say they have a tracing system that they can use to clamp down on illegally acquired gold.
This is intellectual exercise.
So what's the best way to clamp down on Galamsey?
I'm not going to say it. I'm only saying it when people are serious. But now I don't see any...
Okay, I'm serious.
No, you are, but
I want
those
to know.
who
when you tell me, I will say it on air every day for 1 week.
No. I mean, I don't want to...
No, but what do you have to lose? Is it a state secret?
No.
Or is it like when you say the Galamseyers will change their approach or something?
No. For example, if, let's say the lance minister or somebody else, we can sit down quietly and then think about it.
So you believe you have the blueprint for them
I'm
to...
not saying I'm the only person.
I'm trying to understand you. You're saying that if you meet somebody like the minister...
We'll share ideas.
You can give him your candid views on how to solve Galamsey.
We'll share ideas. For example, when I was in charge of the fight, people were afraid even to go on the water bodies because we had the equipment to carry everything away, the floaters and the machines. Now what they do is, the floating things are there, they go and bend the chamfans on the thing, but we'll carry everything away. And we had 2 depots. One depot was in Kumasi and one in Takoradi. The idea was that we were going to purge this metal, send them to at the top where the foundry was going to take place, and use the metal to create things, including some of these things that I'm talking about, in the foundry. And when I left, the people went and dismantled the depot that we had in Takoradi and Kumasi, and they carried their things away. Do you understand? And we also had boats that were able to carry these things away from. And I mentioned this to NPP when I left. They did not follow up. And I mentioned it to friends in the NDC, some of them. So, as I said, it is good that the NDC is taking steps for us to be in charge of the gold trade. That is very important. But it should not be done at the expense of the environment. But anybody who wants to chat with me, we can meet and then we chat about the country, how we can make this country a better place.
I like your passion for the nation. It is to be admired. Thank you. We're speaking to Professor Frimpong-Boateng, a man who's dedicated his life to, obviously, public service in many ways. He's been talking to us about the state of the nation, passionate about transformation. Ghana must learn to make its own things if we are to economically develop. Thanks for watching tonight's edition of The Point of View. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.